Wrestling fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble!
And now, please welcome at this time your hosts, Graham GSM Matthews and RJ Marceau. You're listening to the next era of wrestling radio. This is WrestleRant Radio.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WrestleRant Radio here today for February 5th, 2026. Not only in the wake of the Royal Rumble, we are on the road to WrestleMania. It is our favorite time of year because it's also Super Bowl weekend, baby. Pats and Seahawks coming up this weekend. Unfortunately, no Texans. But we'll get into that here today. So with some Super Bowl predictions from the one and only Mr. Marceau, and maybe a Shedeur update as well. If he has any updated thoughts on Shedeur, we'll ask him. Mr. Marceau, brother, how are you doing on this fine Thursday?
I'm doing good. Yeah, no, Super Bowl's this weekend. I mean, I feel like the buzz really hasn't been there. Maybe I just haven't really been paying attention to like ESPN or anything. But no, I mean, it should be good. I mean, the Pro Bowl was on Tuesday. Shedeur was in it. I don't know how he made it. I think they just sympathy vote, but the problem with the Pro Bowl now is there's so many guys that make it that just don't want to do it because it's like, hey, the season's over, I just want to go on vacation. So the AFC had two quarterbacks on the Bengals. That's how bad. Like they had so many people drop out. They added Shedeur and then two quarterbacks on the same team.
Was it then even remotely interesting or entertaining when you got people lower level people in there?
Flag football. It's dumb. I don't even know why they still do it at this point.
Stupid. Did he at least do well, Shedeur?
I have no idea. Didn't watch.
Did you catch Dynamite or did you just catch highlights from Dynamite? You just know what happened on Dynamite.
I only saw highlights. I was watching the race.
Okay, I was gonna say, what a week this would be if you watched Dynamite, but you did not watch the Pro Bowl. That would have been amazing. But the race was good. We have some representation from CT here. Ryan Preece going over in the race.
Yep.
So. Looking forward to the Daytona 500. I'll ask you about that as we get closer to that as well. But yeah, we will be reviewing the Royal Rumble here today. I want to get your thoughts on the pay-per-view from this past weekend. Roman Reigns, spoiler alert, the winner of the Men's Royal Rumble, choosing officially CM Punk to challenge him for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 42. I'll get your thoughts on that as well. And some quick thoughts on some other developments, including a little rant from Ricochet on social media yesterday, kind of going a little tweet crazy about his time in WWE. Got some thoughts on that as well. Get to the chat in just one moment. Want to shout out the channel members real quick. Alexis, Miss Bond Matthews, Dylan and Giacomo, Mrs. Renee, Daniel Malcolm, Adam Quarter on X, DJ Swerve1 at Swerve1 on IG, Mr. Marceau himself at RJ_Marceau on X, John Ritland, Real Honesty with John Ritland on YouTube, Richie as well. Red Planet Wrestling on YouTube, and Average Grunt at gruntwrestling.bluesky.social on Blue Sky. More information on that down below. New episodes of WrestleRant Radio every single Thursday right here on the YouTube channel and video version. You can also catch the audio version of the podcast over WrestleRant.com, WrestleRantRadio.com, and all major podcast platforms. Want to thank everyone who participated in the 2026 Royal Rumble game this past weekend. We got our winners. Unfortunately, Mr. Marceau is not among them, but he was one of the very first winners, and the first winner to earn a shirt when shirts were first on the line 10 years ago. He's an OG Royal Rumble game.
I earned my shirt, unlike Alexis who got free handouts over here. Dude, I was so mad. I knew I was like Liv, Bron, or Roman, or one of my picks. I had Brock in the men, so
that's not bad.
I was going to win. The women, I think I had Jordan Grace.
Not bad. Either one of them could. I mean, Brock, I don't think could have definitely won. Jordan Grace could have realistically won, though.
Yeah, I mean, when she came out at 8, I was like, okay, I might have a chance. Probably not, but I'll at least. I think the year before I had like fucking BFAB or Ivy Nile or something who definitely wasn't winning.
Yeah.
So I had decent people, just couldn't pull it out this year, unfortunately.
Couldn't pull it out this year. Hey, listen, what do they say in Happy Gilmore? There's always next year.
Better luck next year.
Better luck next year, indeed. I'll get to the chat here. Before we get going with this Royal Rumble review, I want to shout out Nathaniel, who I know is pumped this weekend. He's a Pats fan. He's a Seahawks fan. He'll be in paradise on Sunday. He said, hey, RJ, would you want to see Roman win at WrestleMania? And how do you feel about Bron Breakker not facing CM Punk? So I guess your thoughts on both of those things.
That's a great question. The problem is, like, Roman winning is great and all, but then he's not going to be here.
Yeah.
So, like, that's my one takeaway. I'm honestly kind of over Punk at this point. I feel like I don't know, he's just broken down and he's old. And I feel like this would all been solved. The Braun won the first Raw on Monday. We know the whole thing. I mean, at this point, I think Roman and Punk's like a big match. I think they kind of solidified that on Raw with their promo back and forth. But I don't know. I feel like Braun was I feel like they swerved us for Braun. Like, everyone's like, oh, it's going to be Braun. They're like, you know what? We're not going to do it now. Which is just like, okay. Like, I just feel like it was like, I can see the unreal now. Oh, it's going to be so predictable. Braun wins. We're going to go in this totally different direction. It's like, okay, but like, since October, you've basically been shoving it in our face. It's going to be Braun. We've accepted that Braun's going to beat Punk. Doesn't beat Punk. Okay, won the Rumble and faced Punk at WrestleMania. Nope, now we're going to pretty much probably going to get him and Seth. And it's like, okay. Like, I don't know what. Like, I feel like they swerved us. They did it just to swerve us for the sake of swerving us.
I could see that. I think this was the plan. We have heard rumblings and rumors and reports that Braun was set to win the Rumble. I didn't actually mind the way that he got eliminated as quickly as he did. People are already...
No, I agree as well, but I just...
No, I understand.
You've been telling us pretty much since October he's the guy, and now we're going to have to wait another... Because he's not going for it he'll probably maybe win at SummerSlam. So you basically have to wait a full year to get the payoff.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a full year. I mean, I'm thinking at the earliest they would probably put the belt on Braun at SummerSlam. We talked about this in October, bro. He turned on Rollins.
That's what I'm saying. So we're gonna have to wait a full fucking year pretty much to get the payoff to this.
Yeah,
just because it's predictable.
No, I agree. I think that's let me check my notes here. Bruce Pritchard bringing up that too predictable line. So
the problem is I feel like they're listening too much to the internet. Like, I feel like they saw people complaining and being like, oh, it's so predictable, Bron Breakker wins, and then they're just going to go with the different directions. Like, stupid. Hey, what do we say? Strike when the iron's hot. Bron Breakker was hot as fuck. Just give him the belt. Now we're going to have to wait. And it's like, once if he gets hurt or what, like.
Yeah, I agree, but I think...
I'm not even the biggest Bron Breakker defender, and I'm like, what are we doing there?
No, I don't think they pivoted. I mean, I think Braun winning would have made sense, but I think they definitely pivoted like Dwayne.
Yep.
Fuck that piece of shit. I'm just kidding. I think this was part of the plan, because it's not like Brock won, okay? It's not like Jey Uso won again or something. If Brock won, you would have won the Royal Rumble game, so you would have been happy. But I think Roman and Punk still make sense, and I'm not a big proponent of the match because I had my issues with Roman winning that we'll get into. But after that promo on Monday, I'm also looking forward to the match. Again, there's a lot more to say there. I just think that Roman winning, I could see that this was the plan for at least a few weeks. If they had, you know what the pivot would have been? If they had Cody Rhodes win. That would have been a pivot to me.
Cody Rhodes won, you would have needed a new co-host.
Well, I mean, I think I would have just
came on here, melted down, and then you'd have to get a new co-host.
Well, I would have melted down too, so.
I wouldn't be able to handle Cody. They were talking about Cody winning so much in the lead up. I'm like, they're like going to like manifest this. They're like, no one's done it since Steve Austin. They're showing the highlights. I'm like, dude, this fucking guy wins. I'm going to like jump off a bridge.
Yeah. The State of Mass would have been in trouble if Stone Cold Steve Austin, or if Cody Rhodes rather. If Stone Cold won, that would have been certainly something. If Cody Rhodes had won, that would have been the end of Mr. Marceau and anyone in the general vicinity of where he is at that exact moment. So thankfully that did not happen. Roman Reigns winning was not worst case scenario, but it was not ideal. I think Braun would have been a better choice. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Nathaniel also asking, who do we have for the Super Bowl this winning? He says he has the Seahawks winning, and I agree with that. I got the Seahawks going over. What about you?
That's Nathaniel? Isn't he on both sides of the pendulum?
I think so. I think he's on both sides of the pendulum, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here's my thing. It's like, I feel like on paper, Seattle should should win. I mean, I feel like there's a chance like everyone's down in the Patriots and to be a close game. I would still put my money on Seattle, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a close game.
Yeah, I could totally see that. Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. Do you know what the score was the last time they had the Super Bowl? About 11 years ago or whatever it was?
It was like 20, let me say, 28, 24. I don't know, something like that.
Oh, okay. So it's close. Oh, yeah. That was the close game with like wasn't there like an interception towards the end? Or
really... intercepted it on the 1 yard line in the end zone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. That was insane.
Seattle was about to score and they threw it. And I jumped.
Yeah. Okay, that was a good game. So, yeah, hopefully it's close this weekend, too. Nathaniel also asking, should Liv Morgan win the championship at WrestleMania? And do you guys like Stephanie's new theme song? Well, I can answer the second part of that question right now. The answer is no. It's fucking garbage. But do you think Liv should win the title at WrestleMania? And any thoughts on the theme?
The theme's fine. I'm not a crybaby loser. I don't care enough. For Liv, I mean, I don't need to see her win. I mean, Charlotte won the Rumble last year and didn't win at Mania. I think it'd be weird to do 2 years in a row, but I mean, I think Liv will win. I wouldn't cry if she didn't win, but I think she will win. I think I've realized I hate how early the Rumble is compared to WrestleMania. And we have to wait 2.5 months to get this payoff. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, it's because it's not the timing of the Rumble, it's the timing of Mania. They've pushed it back the last 2 years. So now it's at like the end of April. It sometimes would be in March. Typically, it was the first weekend of April. So, and it does make a difference. When you have 2 extra weeks of build and nothing really of note is accomplished, that's kind of an issue. And then you got to wait 2.5 months. We have Liv already attacking Stephanie. They're teasing, she's going to go to SmackDown and scout her potential opponents on SmackDown. She's not fucking choosing Jade Gargill, okay? She's choosing Stephanie. She already attacked her on Monday. So I do agree. It's going to be a long road, but hopefully they can keep it interesting. New username unlocked, by the way. We have at Give Me Backshots Solomonster. So now he debuted on Tuesday's stream. We have at Give Me Backshots WrestleRant. That's how you know I made it, I guess. He said, hi, Graham and RJ. Now we need Give Me Backshots RJ. So if anyone else in the chat can kind of get that going, that would be great. Hi, Graham and RJ. They said, what ruined Ricochet in WWE was his lack of charisma. I mean, I'll get into the Ricochet stuff later, but that's not entirely inaccurate. It was more so a mic skill issue with Ricochet, but we'll get to that later. He also said, Trick Mello and Drew on the mic cooked him. Yes, they are all better talkers than Ricochet. And I know what segments you're talking about when you reference those individuals. Johnny, what's going on? He said, would you two like the idea of a WWE PLE at the White House? Didn't UFC do that? Or we're going
There's supposed to be fights at the White House this year.
On the lawn or something, or inside the building?
Yeah, on the lawn. No, the building on the lawn.
I mean, I don't really have any interest personally, but if the UFC is successful, if it's a successful concept, then cool, I guess. I guess they would have to do, if they were to do a WWE PLE there, would it not have to be the Capital Punishment pay-per-view? They'd have to bring it back.
They would have to, yeah.
Bring back the Obama impersonator from that show, too. Terrible.
Yep, no, exactly. Bring John Laurinaitis back to the whole nine.
Terrible. He also said CM Punk has to finish the Shield story, beat them in a handicap match and individually. Yeah, he did beat them in that handicap match at TLC 2013. Fernando, what's going on, brother? So what are your guys' thoughts on everything Jey Uso tweeted, lashing out at everyone? Did you see what Jey Uso tweeted? Or not tweeted. It was an Instagram story or something. Did you see it? He basically said, you guys don't deserve my family, because all the shit that Roman got for winning the Rumble, I think Jay's kind of sensitive to that, and he wasn't happy. I mean, that's his opinion. He kind of came across like a baby, but I still like Jay, but, you know.
What do you know what he said? Or?
He said, you guys don't deserve my family, and then he said something about all the hate they've been getting. Now, I think if that's directed at the morons that, like, wish these people death threats, like, oh my God, Roman Reigns won the Rumble, I'm going to kill the whole family, like, calm the fuck down, okay? I get it. Honestly, if he's talking about those morons, I get it, but I don't know if he can separate the stupid fans, and guess what? There's a lot of stupid fans. And then people that have constructive criticism, I don't know if he can discern between
the problem is, which I've realized lately in wrestling, especially Twitter, IWC, whatever.
Yeah.
It's more about people are going more for like the catchy, like, I'm going to be extremely negative just to be negative so I get a headline. Like coming out of the Rumble, you would have thought it was the worst pay-per-view the WWE's ever had. I saw Royal Stumble probably 15 times.
I know. I was going to say Royal Stumble.
Literally for the men, it was either Braun or Roman. Like we knew that coming in. and we knew for the women it was probably Liv or Bianca, and Liv, like, what was so bad that, like, all of a sudden, oh, this, like, worst, like you said, was Roman my first choice? No, but I figured he was either Braun or him. Cody was my, like, no thank you. Now, Cody Rhodes winning, I would have been probably pissed online. I'm not going to say, like, I hate your family and all this other shit, but, like, Cody would have been the wrong choice. Roman was, like, whatever. I was fine with it.
Yeah, no, I mean, we'll get to the Rumble stuff momentarily, but, and it's also not the same thing as the 2015 Rumble. I said that the other day, but we knew Roman was winning in 2015. The difference between the two, though, is that Bryan winning was the only real option that made sense that year, and he was a fan favorite. It was ridiculous that he did not win. And they made the same mistake they did the year before by pushing, like, oh, our guy is going to win, like Batista did the year before. That was not this year. It's not the same Roman Reigns. It's not like, oh, we need Bron Breakker to win. No, we didn't. I mean, it would have made sense.
Like he strolled out there at 30 and just fucking threw a couple guys. He was out there pretty early. Like.
No, and I had issues with both matches that we'll get into. Like, some of the eliminations were just bizarre, but it could have been worse. It could have been better, but it wasn't like... You would think that this was like one of the worst Rumbles of all time, because it's either it's got to be the sexy, like like catchy, like, headlines, like you said, Royal Stumble, that match sucked. What if the match was just not amazing? But let me check my notes. I don't know if you've ever heard of this word before. What if the match was just fine? Like, what if it was in the middle? Like, what if I just liked it, but it wasn't, like, great? What a shock, right? Maybe I won't rewatch the match, but I'm not going to call it terrible. Was it worse than 2015, 2014, or 22 Rumbles that were boring as shit? No, I don't think so. Was it that much worse than the Rumble we watched last week, the 2011 Rumble? Not really. It was probably actually better, so let's stop, okay? Chris Faplander, another goated username. What's up, guys? What's going on, Chris Faplander? Hope you're doing well. Nathaniel saying, RJ, how would you feel about the Bella Twins winning the tag team titles?
I mean, at this point, I feel like that's what we're getting. I mean, they were on Raw. They did their little, we're back for the tag titles. I assumed we'd get, like, an interaction with Rhea and Io. Nowhere to be found.
Yep.
I mean, I assume that's their early pencil in WrestleMania match, is them two versus Io and Rhea. I don't hate it. I don't overly love it either. Like you said, I haven't checked. I haven't read my notes. It's fine. I mean, I don't hate it, but, like, I feel like I get it. Like, the Bella Twins, like, Hall of Famers, and, like, or at least Nikki is, like, or I think they both are. And it's like, oh, like, this night they're back for the tag belts, because now we have tag belts, and they're going to face Io and Rhea, big stars, but, like, I don't know. I feel like he used Rhea and Io for, like, something bigger, but
yeah,
I guess we'll wait and see. But I assume that's the early pencil in Mania match. Don't love it, don't hate it. It's just, it's fine.
It could just exist. And yeah, the Bella Twins, before I forget, I would say I'll mention it later, but I might forget. I have no issue with them being back. I saw a lot of comments, who cares? And I don't give a shit. I don't really give a shit either. Did I really care when Brie Bella's music hit? No, I didn't really.
Dude, I went crazy.
Do I really care that the Bella Twins make a return to the Rumble every 4 years? No, not really. But it makes sense. They've never held the tag titles. They've always wanted to hold the tag titles. Did I love the promo on Monday? No, I didn't think it was really all that good. Do I want them facing Rhea and Io at Mania? No, because I feel like that's a waste of Rhea and Io. But it is what it is. It's fine. It's completely okay.
He said it.
I said the word.
Magic word.
It's fine. It's fine. People say
the problem is too, like, they were technically supposed to face Liv and Raquel at SummerSlam before Liv blew her shoulder out. So, I mean, we kind of had an inkling that Brie was coming back some point. Obviously, now it seems like she's back now. But yeah, no, like you said, it can be fine, people. It is what it is, and
yeah.
I have it bold and Sharpie, and it's fine. Here in my notebook, just. It can be fine. It doesn't have to be great or bad. It can be in the middle.
It can be in the middle. It can be perfectly fine. And there are people that care. I mean, you said you pop when you heard Brie's music. But, like, in all seriousness, though, there are people. Bella Twins have their fans. Like, I don't understand what part of this is so shocking. Every time they come back, people say the same thing. Who gives a shit? Why is this on the show? Because they have fans, bro. They were some of the biggest stars, however you define that term, of their era in that Divas division. Nikki was champion for a year. They were regulars on TV during one of the worst periods in women's wrestling, probably in the industry, but specifically in WWE. And they also improved. I think Brie is still abysmal in the ring, but Nikki has improved a lot. I think Nikki's very good. Not great, but she's better than she was. It's fine. I get it. It's fine. It's fine. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. But I'm just saying it's not the end of the world. People saying I don't like it is different than saying I don't get it or this is terrible. It's not terrible. I don't really think there's other hills to die on, okay, people? Nathaniel also said, I wonder if WWE does Charlotte versus Jade at Mania and have Charlotte win. I hope not. I mean, it's a possibility if Bianca's not back. And I tweeted these the other day. I'm glad she wasn't in the Rumble because I wanted Liv to win. I wanted Bianca to win, but if Bianca's not in it, she's already won it before. Give Liv her moment. They did. I'm glad she won. Bianca could be back tomorrow for all we know. Do I think she will be? No, I don't know when she's coming back, but Charlotte and Jade is a pretty distinct possibility. Eric, what's going on, brother? He said, hi, how are y'all? Doing well. Thank you, Eric. Chris Fatplander said, RJ, thoughts on Robert Kraft getting denied the Hall of Fame for a 14th time? Also Eli not getting in. A 14th time, is that true?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's been on the ballot for a while.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the Belichick one still to me is still the one that lays out. I mean, the problem with like Kraft, it's like, okay, you own the team. He hired Belichick. They obviously went on this run. Brady, we all know the whole nine. I mean, like, I guess, like, I don't really know what signifies an owner getting to the Hall of Fame. Like, he's owned the team for, like, 20 years, but, like, there's other guys that have owned the team for a long – I don't know. Like, I feel like the owner thing, like, yeah, he kept the team in New England at the time that they might have left. But, like, I don't know. I feel like it's weird. I think he eventually will get in. I think – they came out with a document a few years ago, and like pretty much all like the cheating stuff, he kind of just like blamed everybody else. I think it kind of like sat wrong with people. Like he acts like he's like the smartest guy in the room, but anytime anything negative, it's always like pass the buck to somebody else. So
yeah,
I'm assuming that's why I didn't get in. Eli not getting in doesn't overly surprise me. I think he needs to wait a little bit. Like he was good, not great. He was fine, like we said earlier. I think he's a good player. Hall of Fame. He's not in my Hall of Fame, but I mean, I think he'll get in eventually.
Isn't Eli? We're talking Eli Manning here, right?
Correct.
So I know the name and I know he's a big star. How could he not be Hall of Fame material? Like genuinely, I'm just curious.
Peyton Manning, his brother's in the Hall of Fame. He just like. I mean, he has 2 Super Bowls, so that will probably get him in because he beat the Patriots both times.
Okay.
But, like, here's my thing. For my Hall of Fame, you need to be, like, one of the best players when you play. And, I mean, it sucks to say, but, like, he played when, like, Brady was big, obviously, and his brother was big. Like, there's other Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees. Like, there are other bigger quarterbacks. Like, you got to be one of the best to make my Hall of Fame, and he wasn't. He will get in. The NFL Hall of Fame will let him in. He's not in my personal Hall of Fame, but he'll make the NFL Hall of Fame.
Interesting analysis. It sounds like he kind of came up in the attitude era of the NFL where he was kind of overshadowed by all the bigger stars.
There you go.
There you go. On that same note, they also said, I could not believe that Justin Fields got asked for the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the things needs to be just abolished at this point.
Eric said, talking to me, I saw your interview yesterday. I didn't know you worked for Bleacher Report when you were still in school. Yes, that is true. Go back and check it out with my buddy Zach. That was fun. I appreciate you saying that. Zach Weiss.
I know Zach, good guy.
Yeah, I know. RJ knows Zach. Hey, go goals. Go goal! AJ said, what's up, guys? What is your most underrated year for WWE? Mine is 2015. Thank you, AJ, for the question. That's a great question, which is why I'm going to put you on the spot first, Mr. Marceau. What's the most underrated year in WWE?
Underrated?
Or year in pit. Like your most underrated, I guess. For me, it's 2016. I don't know if that's underrated, but like SmackDown was great. Draft came back. Mania sucked that year, but there was a lot of good stuff.
2016 when they split it was like SmackDown Live and like
and Raw and shit. And NXT was on fire. Lucha Underground was great.
I'll go with 2016 because I'm not great at that stuff. I'm good at best. I'm not good at underrated. I couldn't even tell you what happened.
Well, I don't know. I feel like for you, I wasn't watching back then, so this is why I feel like you could offer a different perspective. Like in 03, I don't know if 03 is like underrated though. You know,
yeah,
like,
that's my thing. Like 03 and 02 and 03 for me were good. Like
yeah.
I guess like you said, they could be underrated in the sense of like I don't know, not like a ton happened, but like I thought they had like some good pay-per-views.
What about like 06? I mean, was 06 underrated for you?
I mean, I loved 06. It was like all Rey Mysterio. Yeah, I guess like I said, 04 was decent. 05, like kind of in the middle. Like that was kind of like the transitioning from the older guys to the newer guys. So
Yeah.
I feel like those kind of get like passed by. I feel it's like Attitude Hour and then like present day.
Yeah, pretty much. Also 08, I think 08 was a really underrated year as well. You got Shawn and Jericho, Taker and Edge, Ric Flair retiring, which was a great match at Mania. Big Show Mayweather. A lot of those are Mania matches, but I really like that Mania, and I think that year is great too. Eric said, thoughts on Brody King squashing MJF? I know you were no fan, Mr. Marceau.
That's like saying, what? Imagine if Bronson Reed squashed fucking Roman Reigns.
Well, I mean, he could. I wouldn't have minded that, but MJF's the champion, to be fair, so I think that makes that's a difference.
Yeah, but like, I guess here's my problem with the whole thing, and I haven't been watching. I've been watching this year, so I'm only 4 weeks in. MJF said to Brody King, "You need to beat someone of like you've beaten jobbers because they like using inside terms. You being jobbers, you need to beat someone for me to even consider you a champ to face you." Goes on to face nobody. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're gonna face MJF next week, and then he beats him in a second just to face him again next week. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, but like, what? So he's gonna beat him in a couple of minutes this week. He did have like the interference with Paige, but like then they're gonna face each other next week, and then what? Then he's gonna beat him, and we're gonna move on. I just feel like it was more just like shockingly be like, oh, MJF lost to like. No, he shouldn't be losing to Brody King. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, him losing to Brody King didn't necessarily bother me. I didn't really love how they set it up. I'm not going to say I hated it, but I also didn't love it either. Kind of felt like something WWE would do, and I don't mean that as a compliment, but it's not something we've seen them do with their world champion, maybe ever, at least not recently. Like, I don't know. I just wasn't a big fan of it. I could see what they were going for. I had it spoiled for me ahead of time, so I wasn't like shocked when I saw it, when I watched the show, but yeah, no, I get what they're going for. They want to have the actual match, but then just have them win like a number one contenders match. But I guess they're already doing a number one contenders match in that Australia show. I don't know. I wasn't really a fan. Honestly, my bigger issue with all of it was that Gunther locked in the sleeper on Dragon Lee this week on Raw over the ropes. It looked great. And Dragon Lee took a good 10, 15 seconds to go out, maybe like 10. And he sold it great. MJF gets locked in the sleeper, also over the ropes, falls asleep in legit like 2 seconds. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And then King just rolled him in the ring and then hit him with his finish, and it was over. I'm like, okay, I guess. Like, that was kind of strange, but if they want to put him over as a beast, cool, but we know he's not winning the championship, so I don't know. It's all about the follow-up, like we always say. Fernando said, would you like to see, RJ, a women's TLC match for the women's tag titles for the women's division? The women's division may never be this stacked and talented again. At WrestleMania, he's saying.
No.
Why is that?
I feel like that's a fucking Lowe's Home Depot special with just I love the women, but like
you don't want to see
I don't know if their coordination's good enough to pull off a great TLC. I'm also scarred from Lyra versus Becky street fight from SummerSlam. I just can't think of it at this point, so we're just gonna say no. Yeah. I don't want to. Like me with the Bella Twins in a TLC match, like no.
I was gonna say you don't want to see Brie Bella in a TLC match.
No, like them, Asuka, Kairi, like no, I don't. No, thank you.
Daniel, what's going on, brother? Thanks for chatting in. I'll get to you in a little bit. He said pivot as well. Yes, pivot indeed. Fernando talking about AJ Styles. Have we seen the last of him as an active wrestler? I'll talk about that in a little bit. Nathaniel said, what if they do Adam Pearce and Bron Breakker at Mania? Nathaniel, you're always good for a one like crazy ass comment each week. The answer is fuck no. The answer is
no fucking way.
What's going on? Is it over for the War Raiders? Probably yes. We said that before, but do not.
I'm sorry. I wrote it down in my book. They're number one now. One and two actually. They're number 1, 2 in my quarter one budget cut.
I was gonna say I have in my notes post WrestleMania, but you're saying Q1.
Q1, yeah, they're Q1, and then after Otis and Cesaro lose to the Usos, I have them in quarter one as well.
Honestly, you may not be too far off on that, but yeah, unfortunately, I think that kind of whoever Obafemi attacks in the next few weeks, you could probably they did the same thing with Bron Breakker a few years ago. Whoever Bron Breakker beat or attacked, they got fired like soon after. So I hate to say that. I like the Raiders, but I would not be shocked to see them let go on the Sooner side. Carol, what's going on? They think Seth is coming back. That's why they did what they did. No, I agree with that. Do you think we're probably getting Braun and Seth at Mania?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think that was Seth in the Hood, obviously. I don't think he's cleared yet, but that's, another hooded figure. It's like, okay, I think we should slow it down with that. It happens almost every month at this point in this company. I'm starting to see the fatigue, but I do agree with the comment. Who had a better pointless waste of a wrestling career, JTG or Apollo Crews? That's an
Apollo
interesting.
Crews.
I would say,
Apollo Crews had more talent. And I think he had more talent than JTG. He did have a probably overall better career, had a couple of actual like single title runs, but I feel like he should still be like mid card. Still, I mean, he's been like a job guy for years now.
Yeah, no, I could. Yeah, I was going to say
JTG was never going to be anything outside of Crime Time.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're defining the word waste with that, which is the definition of the word waste, then it's Apollo Crews. He could have been a bigger star, and he had success. He's a former IC United States champion, but could have been higher up in the totem pole than I think than he was. Blue Eagles, appreciate the chat. Thank you so much for that. He said, Reigns Punk just feels box office. Also, isn't Sami Zayn better than El Generico? Way better overall package in the modern Mick Foley. Yes, Reigns and Punk does feel box office. So I know that sounds random. He's asking, isn't Sami Zayn better than El Generico? He's saying that because Ricochet said on Twitter, the whole like, these people go to WWE and they ruin their legacies. I would also argue, he said in a tweet, and I'm not using this for word, but he said El Generico.
I want the quote.
You got the El Generico quote?
No, do you have? I want this quote. I want it offhand.
I didn't put it in my notebook. I do have his other quote saying AEW is family friendly. I mean, he didn't say that yesterday, but he has said that before. He said yesterday El Generico, he would argue, has a greater legacy than Sami Zayn, which might be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. So I agree, Blue Eagles. Yes, Sami Zayn is a far better overall. And I think El Generico had a great career. I'm not shitting on El Generico.
I haven't written actually I saw it. He also said Tyler Black had a better career than a legacy than Seth Rollins.
No, did he actually say that? I was gonna say he did say some crazy shit. I will get to that. We'll talk about it. I mean,
he had a better legacy. No one unless you're in the deep indie fed whatever, you're not even gonna more people on the national level, more people know who Sami Zayn is than El Generico. That is one of the most asinine quotes of all time.
You didn't see that Finn Balor ruined his legacy by going to WWE and being there for, let me check my notes, on his own accord for 12 years? The fuck are you talking about? Like, he didn't ruin. What does ruin legacy even mean? You know who ruined their legacy? Hulk Hogan, when he said the N-word in a friggin' sex tape. Okay, he ruined his legacy to a certain.
You know
degree.
he was being recorded.
Oh, okay, but still, that's a perfect.
That was also Terry Bollea. That wasn't Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, doesn't Terry Bollea he has a 10-footer or something like that, or is that Hulk Hogan does? I'm sorry, not Terry Bollea.
Terry Bollea, yeah, Hulk Hogan has a 12-inch penis. Terry Bollea doesn't.
Ric Flair tarnished his legacy. Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, and the rest of these people who had success in fucking New Japan Pro Wrestling, which is a great company. I'm not saying they didn't have success there. They did not ruin their legacies. And again, it's their own, like, he's also shitting on them because they stayed. So, like, you're also shitting on, whatever. We'll get to it. It was kind of crazy. Eric said, RJ, thoughts on Sam Darnold being the one quarterback from the 2018 class to make the Super Bowl?
Sam Darnold? Yeah. No, it's, that class has aged decently. I mean, obviously Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, they're two of the best. Baker Mayfield's kind of revitalized his career. Sam Darnold, same as him. Yeah, I mean, good for him. I mean, he had that run with the Jets, and we thought he was just done. I mean, you go to the Jets, usually your career kind of plummets from there, and luckily got a couple other second chances, played well in the Vikings last year. They knew how to re-sign him.
Yep.
Went to the Seahawks, led him to the Super Bowl at this point. So, no, good for him. I mean, I think that's just unfortunately for his, like, he came out of school. I think he was like 21, 22, went to the Jets, notoriously bad team, kind of ruined him for a few years. Now he's kind of blossomed into what we kind of expect him to be. So no, good for him. I'm very happy for him.
Would you say that by going to the Jets, he tarnished his own legacy?
I mean, it's not his own. He doesn't have a choice. But
Yeah.
that's like Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets tarnished his legacy because he had a shitty year and then
When was that? When did he go to the Jets?
2 years ago.
Oh, so he's with the Jets now, is Arnold?
No, he's with the Steelers. Yeah, no, Darnold's on the Seahawks.
No,
now.
I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers now. He was only there for 2 years. Now he's in the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about him before, but the fact he's still around is insane to me. Is he the oldest player still playing? No, there's someone older than him, right?
No, he's the oldest now.
That's crazy.
Aaron Rodgers.
Noob also asking Mr. Marceau, do you see a match between Asuka and Kairi Sane at WrestleMania? It's an easy way to get Asuka on the card, he says, or get Asuka at WrestleMania win, which he has still not had. Whoever in creative handling this story, good effing luck. Do you see that match happening at Mania?
Are they gonna have a pre-show this year, or
if they do, I would yes.
If they have a pre-show, then yes, I like the Kabuki Warriors. Just don't think that's a Mania match. I just don't think either. I mean, Asuka's obviously established. Kairi, I don't think that she's over enough to get a one-on-one match.
I agree.
Maybe Asuka and Io, but I don't think that's happening either.
No, I completely agree. I don't see it happening at Mania. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just don't see it happening. If they only have so many spots for the women, I think they deserve more, but I'm just saying, like, realistically, they only give them so many spots.
I wrote this down, a quote. They have a lot of good people, but not everyone can make the show. I wrote that one down. Love them, mean it, but, I mean, it's WrestleMania. I mean, I understand everyone wants the big payday and WrestleMania, but it's supposed to be the best match. It's not just to get everyone on the card.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Although I would implore people check out the video of, like, they had a cart wheeling the women.
Dude,
did you see it?
Dying. The Bron Breakker one was hilarious.
Where did it come from? Where did Rollins come from? I don't know, his mother's womb or something? He goes, he just had surgery a month ago, man. That was good shit.
Kairi Asuka one was funny too. She like kicked her off the card.
Yeah, she had to chase it. That was good. That was good. No, the video is worth watching. You get like, was it not Zelina? It was Candice and Lola because they eliminated each other or some shit. So they're like arguing like, I would have won if you didn't eliminate me. There was a lot of good interaction, so it was all in character too. And check out the Royce Isaacs, or not the Royce Isaacs, that's a wrestler, another wrestler, Royce Keys video. Also a really good video of his behind-the-scenes debut at the Rumble. Good shit. Do we still want Stone Cold and Punk? I will speak for Mr. Marceau and say, no, I don't think so.
I don't want Stone Cold versus Punk. No.
Yeah. No. This
I
is
want
not
Stone Cold wrestling in general.
Yeah, no, it's 2026. Probably not. Daniel said, when they should have ran it with Marshawn Lynch. He also said, but no, they had to put Russell Wilson over as the hero. That reference is lost on me.
Yep.
So.
No. That will hands down go as one of the dumbest decisions of all time in NFL history. You're on the 1 yard line. You just need a touchdown. You have fucking Marshawn Lynch, one of the best power backs in the league. I think it was first or second down as well, and you had plenty of time. Pretty sure they had a timeout in their back pocket as well. You run that 3 times up the middle. You can't score, then you just suck. They try to be like sneaky. One, like you said, kind of like, oh, we're gonna try to pretend we're gonna run and throw a pass, but like. It blew up in their face. They look like the biggest idiots. Honestly, I blame Russell Wilson even more. You have the Super Bowl in your fucking grasp. I don't care if they called you to throw the ball. You say, screw it. I'm the star quarterback. We're going to run the ball. And if we lose, I'll take credit. But, like, just throwing that pick was obviously didn't expect it. But, like, you can't even give them the chance to even do that. Brutal loss.
On a similar note, he also asked, or Fernando asked, with the NFL snubbing both Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft, does the NFL have the balls to do the same with Tom Brady? Probably not, right?
No, they're not gonna. It's not the NFL. It's like the media members. The media members are the ones that vote for it. But no, I mean, I could say, I mean, honestly, I feel like they didn't let him in just to get like the media, like to get the buzz that they didn't let them in.
Yeah.
The only one that can hold Brady back is like the Deflategate stuff. But I mean, if he doesn't get in, then what the fuck are we doing at this point? We might as well not even have one.
But don't you know that Bill Belichick was mean to the media? He was mean to them.
He was kind of a dick.
So that disqualifies him from getting inducted this soon.
It doesn't disqualify him, but it's like it's like the classic like. Oh, you're going to be an asshole to us? Guess what? We're going to make you wait a year.
That's so dumb.
It is dumb, but it's kind of funny.
Are they going to wait until they're going to pull a Vince McMahon and just wait for these people to die and then put him in?
No, he'll get in next year.
Okay.
There's too much backlash to not get in next year.
No, for sure. Noel, what's going on? Do you think it was a good idea for Stephanie to win on Raw over Raquel this week? Yeah, no, Stephanie should have beaten Raquel.
No.
Wait. You wanted Raquel to win that match?
You didn't want Raquel to win, but they made the Judgment Day girls look like the biggest, like the worst shooters of all time. They all come out. She's fucking, Roxanne gets tossed through the table. Liv gets involved. She literally has Stephanie perverted for the Tejana bomb. After Roxanne gets involved, she reverses and then just beats her. I thought it made the Judgment Day girls look like idiots.
Yeah, but Raquel told her to not get involved after she tossed her in the Rumble. I thought that made sense.
I understand that, but like they look like a gang that can't shoot straight. I feel like it made the other girls look dumb.
Yeah,
and it made Raquel look. It made even honestly, I think it made Raquel look even worse because she couldn't win when she had fucking everyone helping her.
That is true. Yes, it did not make Raquel look great. I am curious where they go with it from here. As far as, are they going to turn her face?
What are you going to do with them now? Like Liv's clearly going after Stephanie. It's not like Raquel's going to get involved.
No, and I mean, she'll be involved in the story, but she won't be like she's done with Stephanie. I would hope. I don't think we need any more Raquel Stephanie matches, but
I agree.
Stephanie definitely should have retained though. Yeah, never forget Capital Punishment in the 2010s. Yeah, that show is terrible. Jay comes across as so unlikable now, Carol said. In the Rumble, he definitely did. The dumbass, like, yeeting through the crowd shit, that was fucking stupid. I'm sorry. It was awful. That was garbage.
They do it. Do I like it? No, but they do it because people that are there, like, I think it's dumb, the whole, like,
I like
we
it.
get it.
I don't mind it in general, but like in War Games and at the Rumble, they got it. That's dumb to me. That was stupid.
No, I agree, but I feel like people also are like just complaining about it just to complain about. Like I don't like it, but I'm just like whatever. It is what it is.
It was dumb as shit. But was I there screaming? Like
it's fine.
It is fine. It was not that big of a deal. It was definitely dumb. I was actually more pissed that Brock no-sold Ilya's chops and then chucked them. That actually pissed me off more. The fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. No, I was not sitting there screaming over the J thing. And that's what I thought. I thought people were mad about the Ilya thing. And then I saw someone screaming in their review over the J thing, which I guess, hey, to each their own, but certain people react different ways, I guess. RJ, did they really ask Roman for his blessing to bring Punk back, you think? What if he said no? They said.
I mean, I know that they asked for Roman.
I think they did. I think they asked, not his blessing, but I think they were like, hey, we're going to probably like bring him back at some point. Like, what are your thoughts on this? I think they would do that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
that was the report of the time, so I'm not shocked. I thought that was cool that he brought that up. I'm not saying, hey, Roman, if you say no, we can't bring him back. Like, I don't think that's the case. Like, he doesn't have he's not a fucking stockholder in the company, as far as we know. Well, great to give Dynamite last night. I thought it was a B. I thought it was a good show. Didn't love that ending, but I get what they're going for there. Magic Plumaire, what's going on, brother? A lot of comments. Appreciate you guys commenting in. Does either Giannis or Ja, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Giannis or Ja Morant, yep.
Yeah, both get traded by the deadline today.
It's a great question. I know the Grizzlies traded Jaren Jackson the Jr. I mean, he's a big piece. They're seemingly going a huge rebuild. I mean, I like Ja Morant, the player. Ja Morant, the guy, is kind of an idiot. He just does a lot of dumb shit, get in trouble all the time. If I was Memphis, I'd get rid of him. I think you just go straight rebuild. Giannis, I don't think he's going to get traded. They keep sending the Warriors. They've made other moves.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to need a lot of capital to get him, and I just don't think anyone's going to give it up for him. I think Giannis is a good player, but like they want these teams that are like pretty good to trade for him. It's like I think you're gonna have to give up way too much to get him. So yeah. I think you trade, keep Giannis.
When's the deadline today? 4 p.m. Eastern?
I think it's today at like 3 or 4.
Oh wow, okay, it's coming up in a few hours. Grunt, what's going on, my man? He's a member for 9 months. Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Grunt. Appreciate it. He said, yo, RJ, can you hook a brother up with a membership to the Don Callis family? Maybe I can talk to Keshta and Fletcher into staying.
I mean, I've been missing out on the meetings. I actually have one later today with the whole family. But yeah, no, I mean, we need more members. So, I mean, what's his face? Jake Doyle's out now.
Yep.
He got hurt. So we do need a new member. So
start sending the applications.
I actually had to fly to Collision. We have tryouts for new members. So me, El Clone, and Lance Archer are going to be on the panel. So hopefully we get someone new. Sad to see someone get hurt, but, you know, Rocky can't be coming back and forth from Japan so often. So
exactly.
We need a new fresh member.
Hey, you need someone to do the jobs, right?
Yeah, no, Rocky's in Japan right now, so we need someone else.
Exactly. Grunt, you might have a chance. Give me back shots, Salamonster, not WrestleRant this time. They said, shout out to Liv for the Rumble win, but I'm in the camp that she shouldn't win the Mania match. Judgment Day feud can be had without the title. I think Liv losing is fine, but I think she's probably going to win. I don't really care either way. I mean, Liv winning the title would be cool. She's over, so whatever.
Yeah, no, I think she should win. I like Stephanie, but I mean, she can hold, like, I think Liv should win, yeah. I mean, I think she's so over, I think it'd be a mistake for her to lose.
It depends on what April looks like. It's still February 5th. You know what I mean? Like, I might change my mind.
2.5 months. I mean, who knows what's going to happen?
Exactly. Plumayer said, to me, 02 is an underrated year. I don't know, but that's not underrated. I mean, that's a great year. It's not
underrated. It's so good. Like, I don't think anyone's like, you know what year wasn't great? 02 is amazing. 02 is like, 02 is probably the most overall best year in the last 25 years.
No, it definitely is. He said Austin walked out and Rock left to Hollywood, but it's still a really good year. Yeah, I mean, seriously, not only just in WWE, great year. I mean, Mania that year was good. SummerSlam's amazing. Survivor Series is amazing.
Survivor Series is great. Oh my God, Rumble.
Brand split. Brock arrives. Ray debuts. Cena, Orton, Batista all debut.
Kurt Angle. I mean, Shawn Michaels comes back. Dude, it's fucking amazing.
Not only that, Ring of Honor starts that year. TNA starts that year. Bro, 02 is like legit overall one of the best years in wrestling, probably of all time. Richie, what's going on, brother? Saying sup, Graham, RJ, sub chat, and Trevor. Well, fuck Trevor. He's a piece of shit. MJF and Roman Reigns. MJF is Roman Reigns, RJ? Yeah, no. Like I said, MJF is, you said Bronson squashing Roman. That would have, this MJF getting squashed makes more sense because MJF is not Roman Reigns.
No, it does make more sense, but like he's your top guy, so you just put in Roman. That's like.
And I know what you're saying. It's not the same
thing. Says he's the greatest in the world. You're losing to a mid-card guy at best in 2 minutes. I don't think that's a great look for you.
No, I agree. And last one here for now. I'll go back to the chat after this. But he said, Fernando said, who's getting their head shaved next week on Dynamite? Wheeler Yuta. And I think it's at the Grand Slam Australia show. It's not on Dynamite, but Wheeler Yuta better get his head shaved. It's either him. It's a mixed tag. Him and Marina versus Tony and Orange Cassidy.
Okay, I didn't know if anyone in the family was in the match. I had to leave actually soon for Brisbane, but just want to make sure.
You guys sit in first class, right?
Oh yeah, we're first class. It's me, Don, and Lance first class, and then we had to pick up Rocky on the way, but we'll be there.
Oh, of course, perfect. Hey, listen, before I get to the rest of the chat, Mr. Marceau, let me ask you now. We've been dancing around it. What are your thoughts in the Rumble? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Were you one of those people calling it the Royal Stumble this past weekend?
Yeah, no, I thought they both were.
Yeah, what's the word?
It's fine. They both were fine. I thought the men overall was better. I thought the women, like at certain points, was just sloppy, very sloppy at points. I thought, Brie Bella coming back, I went nuts. JC Jane came out. You could have heard a cricket. I mean, I don't know if they lied to the people in Saudi Arabia what time this event started, but like, for the women, there was like nobody in the crowd. Like nobody. Like I don't know if they said the show starts at 8 and these people rolled in at fucking 9:30. Like there was nobody there. I was stunned for that. But I thought like overall it was good. We got like Alexa and Charlotte started the match, which I thought was good. Lash Legends coming out party. She was fucking tossing everybody out. Yeah. Becky getting thrown up by Natalya for no follow-up on Raw. Made no sense. That kind of annoyed me. I was like, okay, whatever. Some of the, like I said, also like some of the eliminations felt kind of random. We had poor fucking Alba Fyre being the Shannon Moore from 2003 Rumble for Chelsea Green, helping her out. She couldn't make it in the Rumble, but like I said, we had JC Jane and I like Alba Fyre. Like she should probably be in the Rumble, but she wasn't. But overall, I thought it was good. Like I said, I thought the final three were good. It was Tiffany, Sol Ruca, and Liv. I mean, love Sol Ruca, but she might be the biggest idiot of all time trying to do a soul snatcher from the outside the ring. Like, that was just dumb. Liv hit her with the Oblivion. Great win for her. She's always been the bridesmaid. Now she's the bride. Good for her. But overall, thought it was a decent match. But like I said, a lot of sloppy in there. And at least I thought a lot of the eliminations were random. At this point, Lash Legend should be like the fucking champion because she was tossing everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm curious on how they follow up on that. They'll probably stay in the tag division, but I mean, realistically, she should probably go for at least the U.S. Championship. She tossed out Rhea Ripley. I mean, she tossed out Rhea.
She tossed out Io, Rhea Ripley. I have it right here too. She released. She threw out Grace, Charlotte Flair, Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, Io, Nat, and Rhea Ripley.
That's crazy.
There's like 5 of the top women in the company. She just tossed them all.
That's insane. No, she had a great showing. I thought she was I saw people say, Lash Legend was an MVP, which she was. Oh, yeah, Kiana James was an MVP.
Dude, she was laying in the corner for fucking 20, whatever, how long she was in the match.
Did she have the Rey Mysterio treatment from 2006?
Pretty much. She had no elimination.
No, wait, no eliminations. But she had that spot. You know what I'm talking about. She had that spot in the match. Hold on, I'll show you. She had the spot in the match. You guys, come on, Jack, help me out here. What would she do in the match? Nope, she didn't do anything there. Hold on, it was like 10 minutes later. It was at the 20-minute mark. She threw.
I think she threw out someone big.
Someone big. Was it John Cena and we couldn't see him? I can't find it. She definitely did something. I think it was nothing, but I can't find it in my notes. I think I can't find it because she didn't fucking do anything. She was just sitting there for 30 minutes.
She came in at 3. Was in for 28 minutes and she eliminated nobody. Okay, yeah.
28 minutes. I don't get it with Kiana James. I really don't. I'm sure she's a sweetheart. I'm sure she goes to foster shelter, fucking dog homes and shit. She donates. Sure, every time they ask to round up, I'm sure she rounds up to donate to kids with cancer. I don't give a shit about Kiana James, okay? I really don't. Julia is much better. Get Julia the fuck away from Kiana James, please. It just makes no sense. No, I like the Women's Rumble, though. I thought the Women's Rumble was fine. Fine. Not terrible. Fine. Sloppy. I like the ending. Sol Rook is great. She was another MVP. What'd you think of Gunther AJ? I thought the match was excellent, even better than the Raw match. I thought it was even better than that match.
Overall, that was a good match. I kind of wish AJ tapped like a little bitch. She passed out like a little bitch instead.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't like drag it out as long as we do a Cena. Like he got him like maybe 2 or 3 of the sleepers. The Cena one was like 6 or 7. And I'm like, dude, today. But overall, I thought it was a good match. Passed out like a little bitch. And that's it of AJ for WWE, it seems like.
You said they didn't drag it out. Not only did they not drag it out, with Cena, they did the 1, 2, 3. With AJ, they just dropped it once and they rang the bell. It's like, bro, it was literally a month ago that you did that. Like, the inconsistency is crazy.
Big match John gets special treatment.
I guess so. AJ is done. Does he wrestle again?
Not for WWE.
Well, that's my question. Do you think he wrestles again in TNA, AEW? Or
I think he'll wrestle in TNA. I think that's definitely... I could see him going into AEW for like a one-off. I mean, obviously he's friendly with a lot of them there.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do anything like full-time anyway. I think he'll do a couple one-shots. I mean, I think that makes sense, and then he'll just retire at the end of the year.
I want to see that happen. I want to see him in TNA. I want to see him in AEW. I feel like that'd be fucking cool. For only like a couple matches. I'm not saying, sign there for 5 years. Like, he's done.
I'm saying like one-offs.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I don't think he is. I mean, I want to be worked. He was telling like Triple H and all the people that work there, and I believe them, when he said, I'm done, like, this is it for me. I want to wrap up and I want to go home. Did he really work them? I mean, I hope he did, and maybe they're also keeping the work, and they have nothing to gain from lying for AJ Styles. Maybe just because they respect him. It sounds like he really is actually done. Like, it sounds like he's done. Now, I did see that he said on Stephanie's podcast today, you never know. I could have one more match. Everyone gets at least one retirement match. That's what he said. I mean, is he going to have his retirement match in fucking AEW in 6 months? I don't. When he says that, I take that to mean in like 3 years from now. Like, Shawn came out of retirement for one match, which was terrible. But I'm saying he can maybe come out. He came out and he retired in Saudi, so it can't get much worse than that as far as where he can come back for a retirement match. I don't think he continues wrestling. I think he's done. But I don't know.
I don't hate it. Like you said, I honestly kind of respect the people that are like, you know what, I'm done. And
I respect it.
He's had a long career. And like, I think, honestly, not that it didn't tarnish his legacy, cool Ricochet, but I mean, the Shawn coming back, I mean, he left on such a great note. And then he had that match in Saudi. And that's like, luckily, I don't remember that. I like erased that from my memory. So I don't really remember it. I just know they were in like Jeddah or Riyadh and they had a tag match. I don't even know who they faced. So luckily I don't remember what happened, but like he literally and same with like Ric Flair, great. Nope. And then he had to run off the TNA, and then the retirement match with Andrade, who's now his former son-in-law, and Jeff Jarrett, and we all know that would happen. Yeah, but no, I mean, I think I a lot of respect if he just retired and moved on.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that they didn't even drag it out till Mania. But hey, listen, if he wants to be done and go home with his kids and go chill out and be a father, more power to him. I think that's great. Hope he does continue to wrestle this year. I don't think that's going to happen. If he does, I'll be very pleasantly surprised. It's not impossible, depending on his contract situation. Drew, Sami, there's not really much to say, but I thought it was a good match, and Drew winning was kind of expected.
Good match. Drew won and what it was supposed to be.
Do you think Sami gets his win back over Drew and wins that belt eventually, maybe next year at Mania? I mean, they're telling that story.
Next year, not this year.
Yeah, I thought it would be this year, but it doesn't seem like it will be. And then the men's Rumble. Again, I thought it was another fine Rumble. Bit of a mess with the eliminations, like Brock getting chucked during Jay's dumbass long entrance. I hated that. The Ilya thing pissed me off. Brock then getting dumped by LA Knight and Cody both was weird because it's like, okay, just at that point have Oba eliminate him. That was just stupid. I know Oba, he tossed out Oba, which I was like, okay, the fuck are we doing here? Knight getting tossed out by Cody, stupid. You know, it was fine. Like Orton, Gunther, and Roman being the last three. Logan being in the final four, why? Like, we know he's not going to win. Stupid. It didn't piss me off. A lot of questionable eliminations, and Roman winning we kind of already talked about. Didn't hate it. Definitely did not love it. It was okay. I was like, it's not exactly overly exciting. More of the same. But yeah, what was your overall assessment of the men's Rumble this year?
Yeah, like you said, I think it was fine. I wrote down a couple more quarter-one budget cuts. I had Rusev on there, you know. This guy gets called back, gets brought back. You're like, this is great. Got eliminated by Femi in 32 seconds. Okay, so he came out, got tough. I know they re-signed Matt Cardona. I mean, great for him to re-sign. He got eliminated in 55 seconds, so he had a good showing as well.
Yikes.
You know, thank God they got re-signed. Ray Phoenix as well.
No.
I can't wait for him and head to the team because he got eliminated by Brock in 28 seconds. That's what it was. 28 seconds.
Awful.
So thank God that they were brought to the company. You know, great signings. You know, just feeding them the Femi and Brock. You know. I mean, people in Mexico might like him, Mr. Iguana. I mean, couldn't get Finn Balor on the card, but got Mr. Iguana in there. That was just, I mean, that shit does nothing for me. La Parca.
That was stupid.
I don't know why he was in there as well. I thought it was a waste of time, but whatever. We got the Grandes against each other. Fine for what it was. I fucking hope to God we do not get a Mania match between these two guys.
Oh, we definitely are, yeah.
I could literally give two shits about it at this point. Do that in fucking do that AAA Mania.
I agree.
We do not need to see that at WrestleMania. Royce Keys went nuts for the Powerhouse graphic. He had like a nice little thing. He threw somebody out. I don't know who he eliminated. Looks like Damian Priest has loaded here. Then he just got tossed out by the Vision. I'm like, is he gonna be on? He wasn't on Raw at all.
No, he'll be on SmackDown, I think.
That was kind of random. So it was like, okay. Brock, like you said, I figured like, Oba will toss him. Okay, we got Brock and Oba Mania. Nope, he just got tossed by Cody. He threw Oba out, moved on like nothing happened. And then like 2 minutes later, got tossed by fucking Cody and LA Knight. Made no sense. I'm like, all right. The Miz comes out. Love the guy to death. But like, Finn Balor was just challenging for the world championship, and he was told there was no room for him.
The spots were taken. La Parker got a spot on Sunday. Finn Balor asked on Monday. He asked too late. Come on, you know this.
And like I said, I like Phoenix, but like he was in there for 28 seconds. Why even bother bringing him out at that point?
Yeah.
It's just, and like I said, the final three, I think it was Orton, Gunther, and Logan Paul, I believe, were the final three. I didn't hate it with Orton because I feel like Orton, they kind of give you like, like they were talking about, the first person ever won 3 was going to be Cody. Maybe like sneakily could have been Orton. Then we get Orton and Cody. We got Roman threw out Gunther. Roman wins. Didn't hate it, didn't love it. Like I said, it was just kind of fine in the middle for me. If Cody won, I would have fucking jumped off a large building. I don't need to see Cody win the Rumble. And they were so like trying to get you to think it was. But overall, fine. Like I said, I would have taken the AAA guys out. I would have put a couple NXT people in there at that point. Obviously, Oba and some of the other guys just got called up. But like, I don't know. The AAA people do nothing for me at this point. At least put like Vikingo in or someone that's like could be a star. Mr. Iguana, he ain't selling fucking tickets in the park at this point. So fine, Roman won. We get Roman and Punk at Mania. The Saudi crowd was fucking awful. Like I said, for the women, they must have been told like an hour and a half later than that because they did have like a group of people going crazy in the hard camera. I don't know if they were paid, but they were going crazy all night. Everyone else was just sitting there not making a peep. Hopefully for Mania, they kind of figure it out because that crowd was awful.
It looked terrible too. The LED lights looked dumb as shit, and it looked like the place was empty. It looked really bad. I didn't really notice the crowd sound because I wasn't really listening, but I heard some like lack of reactions. I'm not saying it was great. I like the Iguana spot because he has been on Raw and SmackDown and NXT, so I kind of expected he was like the Joe Hendry of this year. I'm fine with that. I had an issue with La Parka. Okay, I don't give a fuck about La Parka. I don't watch AAA. If you do, more power to you. He's not like Vikingo. Like Vikingo would make sense. The guy's a star. Like
that's my point. That's my point. Like at least if you're gonna put someone in there, put this someone that's a star.
Well, Mr. Iguana has gotten over with the main roster crowds, so I get that. That I understand. The La Parka shit, like no one fucking knows La Parka. That was just random. At that point, just put in like Ethan Page or something from NXT or Ricky Saints. Would he have gotten no reaction? I don't know. I heard people going, "Oh, Royce Key's got no reaction." Brother, the crowd popped when his music hit. Are you deaf? Like I heard that. I watched the clip 10 times. They went. You see Powerhouse on the screen. They go, "Oh!" Like they didn't not know who he was. Come on, man, ridiculous. But I thought he did well. I liked the match. The eliminations were kind of questionable. Roman winning was not exactly ideal, but the overall match could have certainly been better. And Gunther being in there, I'm like, oh, maybe Gunther could win the whole thing. That would have been kind of cool. He did not, but whatever. It was perfectly fine. Please do not go back to Saudi for another Royal Rumble again. That would be wonderful. We're going to have to settle for them being in Mania next year. That fucking sucks, but whatever. So that brings me to my next point, Mr. Marceau. What we got out of Roman and Punk, or what we got out of Roman winning the Royal Rumble, was Roman Reigns challenging CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. We kind of touched on it a little bit before, but are you sold coming out of that promo on Monday? I know you said you're kind of over the Punk stuff, but where are you on February 5th, 2026, excitement level for that match at Mania this year?
Yeah, they sold me, I think, on Raw. I mean, I don't still love the match, but I'm kind of just content with it at this point. I don't hate Roman winning, but he's not. The problem is like he's not gonna be around. And then Punk wins. It's like, okay, what do you do from there?
Yeah,
maybe eventually loses to Bron, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like I'm up in the air. I don't hate the match. I don't love the match. I'm kind of just in the middle.
I love the match. I think the match is great. I just don't like how this really kind of comes at the expense of people like Braun and some of the newer. Like this is Roman's. He's a massive star. This is Roman's 11th WrestleMania main event. Hulk Hogan, that doesn't work for me, brother. Notorious truth teller Terry Bollea did not main event that many WrestleManias. That is so fucking unnecessary. I get it. Punk and Roman is a main event at Mania. But like, what is accomplished here? Not everything has to accomplish something. It's a massive marquee match. But like you said, Punk wins. Does he lose to Breakker at Backlash in Tampa? I don't think so. Okay? Probably at SummerSlam. Roman wins, we're fucking cooked because he's not going to show up. So the promos will be great.
That's the thing is like Roman goes on Pat McAfee's show complaining about the creative and complaining about stuff like that. But brother, when you're in the main event, they're not going to be making new stars because it's always you.
Well, I think that was the point.
And your dumb family, sorry, Jay, that are always in the main event. Like I love Jey Uso, but like he wasn't a main event guy. We gave him the belt, like he's over. Cool. But like he wasn't going to be a Roman Reigns Jr. He wasn't ever going to be that level.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you help your family get over, but, like, what about everybody else? Everyone else lost to you. The LA Knights, the Kevin Owens, the Sami Zayns, the guys that are pretty much middle card to upper middle card.
Drew McIntyre.
You beat all of them. And guess what? Now we got nobody because you went on and beat them all. And we're supposed to get Braun, or theoretically going to get Braun. Now we're going to have to wait another fucking 6 to 8 months or a year because you had to come back at Mania and get your fucking moment.
So I'm more convinced now coming out of Punk's promo on Monday that what Roman said in the Pat McAfee show, I already knew it was in character, and I wasn't like pissed after what he said because he's not entirely wrong, but there are aspects of what he said that were like comical, like, come on, no one's gotten over. Brother, Bron Breakker's right there. He's over and he's ready. He could be world champion right now, but because you got to be in a main event, and I'm sure politics, backstage politics has a lot to do with it, that's not going to happen this year. Oh, no one's gotten over in my absence. I don't know if he's saying no one got over, but Bron Breakker's one example. What about LA fucking Knight? By the grace of God, this guy still shockingly gets a reaction, but he constantly fucking loses every time. Why not have him win the Rumble?
Also, he's saying no one's over. He's specifically saying the men. The women, there's plenty of women that are over. Rhea Ripley's probably the one of, if not the biggest star in the company right now. She's fucking a tag team champion. She's not even one of the main champions.
That's the part that doesn't make sense to me. I think the women, honestly, there's more women that are more over than the men, which is kind of crazy.
There's way more women that are over than the men.
I think so. But then there's no match that... There are matches that make sense to main event Mania. Rhea and Io can main event Mania, but they're not going to give them the story to main event Mania. They're like, we got to do Roman and Punk. Okay, why not Rhea and Io? That could have been your Mania main event for night 1 or night 2. There is no match, as I sit here right now, for the women that will main event either night. Like, not even Jade and Bianca if we were to get. There is no match that they're going to do. Stephanie and Liv, no fucking chance that main event, nor probably should it. But like,
I think Jade and Bianca could.
I mean, on paper, yes. But do I realistically think it will? No, I don't. I really don't. I mean,
I think it could.
Bianca and Sasha did all those years ago. The build was terrible. It was main event worthy, and it was a great match. And I was shocked they main evented because the build to that match was just awful. But that was also at a time where they had less, like, I don't know. I guess Drew and Bobby could have main evented that year. That was 5 years ago. I don't know.
Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte main evented.
It didn't really. Well, the Kevin Owens thing went on last that year.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
WrestleMania 35 ended with Becky Lynch as double champion.
I'm sorry. I heard you say Ronda Charlotte. Are they talking about 38?
No, 35.
Well, yeah, that's because Becky was the hottest thing in the company. Oh, so was Rhea.
There you go.
Well,
I think if Bianca came back like an Elimination Chamber, wins Chamber and picks Jade, there's enough time to like heat it up.
What does this mean for Drew? Does Drew not main event Mania with whoever? Drew and Cody again?
I hope not. I don't think. I'll give you a fucking tidbit. I don't think Drew's going into Mania as champion. I think he's dropping it to Cody sometime soon.
Inside the chamber, it's got to be. You think?
Yeah, and I think we get Randy and Cody for the belt.
That's okay. So you got me in the first half. I was about to go off after what you just said, but then you said Cody and Randy for the belt. I like that. I do think Drew should walk in to Mania as champion. What I would do. Well, this is what I would do. This is not going to happen, so it really doesn't matter. Drew and Fatu for the title. Cody and Randy, I don't think needs the title. I think you can have. Randy's not going to turn on Cody at this point. I'm just like, I don't think they're going to do that. They should. He doesn't need the belt.
Wait, is this for WrestleMania 42 or Backlash the next week? I like Fatu and I like Drew. That is Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger level.
They did Gunther and Jay last year for the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah, but Jay was fucking massively over, and Gunther's like one of the top guys.
Drew is one of their top guys on SmackDown, and Jacob's getting over.
Getting over. He's not over.
Okay, he's not. He's over. He's not Jay over, but he's over.
I don't love that match, and when that doesn't move the needle. Well, they're both heels too, so like.
No, Fatu's a babyface.
Is he?
Yeah, tweener at least. Definitely not a heel.
He just beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes.
Cody beat the shit out of him.
I don't know. That match doesn't move the needle for me.
It's better than the triple threat. Do we need Cody in another title match?
We don't need a triple threat, but
we also don't need Drew and Cody one-on-one either.
No, we don't. Like I said, so Drew drops the belt and Cody.
Well, Cody's walking out of Mania with the title, whether you like it or not. Okay.
Yes.
As I scroll back through the chat, what were your thoughts on Ava Raine, now gone from WWE? I know you were sad.
I was beat up about it. Best GM in NXT history. No, good for her, I guess. I mean, see you later.
She said she's going to go work. Well, she didn't say this, but the belief is that she's going to go work with her father's production company, which why not just do that from the get-go?
You know, she got to get her foot in the door somewhere. You know, she got to step away from his.
Wait, hold on. I think. What did you say? It like cut out there for a second.
I said she needed the experience. So she went and did the NXT thing for 4 years. Now she's going to go work with Dwayne.
Now she's going to go work for, let me check my notes here, $7 Production, the mom and pop shop company.
Yep. That's one of the smallest budgeted companies I know out there.
It is. Hey, listen, got to go pay her dues. She was actually replaced by Robert Stone as the NXT GM this week, as the interim GM. I think that's a fine choice. He was already there anyway. It makes sense. And Joe Hendry, new NXT champion. I thought that was nice to see as well. I mean, there was all Ricky Saints could have won. I would have been fine with that. It was better than Keanu Carver just debuted. I would not put the belt on him, or Deion Lennox of Dark State. I'm good. I think Joe Hendry is a good pick. Did you have any thoughts on that?
I thought it was either him or Saints made sense. Good for Hendry. I'm not a huge fan of his, but like you said, it was better than actually, we saw Deion Lennox. He actually got a 5-star class against Shanti the Adonis at NXT Lowell.
He did on the NXT TV taping. Yeah. What happened? Didn't that 5-star showing get Ashante a push? Or he's on the main roster. Yeah. I haven't seen him on NXT lately.
I thought he won a belt somewhere.
I think he got a push out the door. That's what it was. Out the door. Yeah, I think he was Q3 budget cuts last year.
Hey, someone's got to do it, right?
Someone's got to do it. Alexis was here earlier. She said, "I'm here." Hello, Alexis. Freak Like Najit said, "Graham and RJ, will you be the Zebras for Halloween this year?" Honestly, not a bad idea.
Hey, Roman said that stupid shit.
He said that stupid shit. I still have yet to see the movie, but I will see it at some point. Richie said, Ricochet had a lot of nerve to talk all that smack online for someone who has absolutely zero charisma. Let's just get to this now before I forget.
I didn't see this. I'm kind of pissed I didn't see it.
Okay, so I'll get to this now before I go through the rest of the comments and we'll wrap up here. But Ricochet did a podcast the other day, and he talked about how he feels the worst portion of his wrestling career was his main roster run. And honestly, I agree with him. I'm not saying it was entirely terrible, but compared to his Lucha stuff, his New Japan stuff, even his AEW stuff, his booking in the main roster was largely terrible. So I'm not even denying that. He hated his time on the main roster. Also, I could totally see that. I completely agree with that. Where he lost me, though, now he says he feels, in his opinion, he's entitled to it, that he feels his time on the main roster in WWE tarnished his legacy. I don't really feel that way. I know of people, actually. Nick here, he's not in the chat now, but a friend of ours, he actually became a Ricochet fan through his work in WWE. He wasn't watching New Japan. He has no fucking clue what Lucha Underground is, but he found him in WWE, thought he was a great worker, fun to watch, and then Ricochet left. But it's not like he's like, oh, people who followed me before WWE thought it tarnished my legacy. I mean, maybe like the AEW sickos might think that. I mean, the main roster run was not great, but tarnished legacy, like, what does that even mean? Like, EC3 had a terrible main roster run. Like, you can make that argument for a guy like him. Ricochet, for all the accolades that don't really mean anything, he was a constant character on the show, had success, was over at various points, could have been utilized a lot better. But I don't really feel like it tarnished his legacy. People knew how good he was. He definitely could have been better. But that wasn't even my biggest problem with what he said. That was like, okay, whatever. He then goes on to say, going to WWE kills your passion for pro wrestling, which also is not entirely untrue, because that's been the case with a lot of people, and it obviously was with him. He said that's true for Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, Apollo Crews. All of those guys have tarnished their legacies in WWE. And I'm thinking to myself, this is not the shot that you think it is. You're actually not taking really a shot at WWE when you say that. You're taking a shot at them because they decided to stay. Now, Ricochet left. He signed a 5-year deal in 2019, he said, in response to referee Jimmy Corderas. And then he left when his contract expired. Good for him. Finn Balor has had a lot of contracts expire, and he stayed. Nakamura, we fucking know for a fact, has signed contract after contract because he is content. They have not booked Nakamura like a star in a long time. But that's his choice. He wants to stay. Apollo Crews, for fucking sake. Could have left at any point. He decided not to. So are they is WWE ruining their legacies? What legacy did Apollo Crews have to speak of anyway?
I was just saying, he was like a local indie guy before it wasn't like he had this big run in other companies. Like that's a bad example.
Bad example. Like, yeah, he had a great run in the indies, but what legacy are we talking about? It's more people know of Apollo Crews than Uha Nation.
Nation, exactly.
Dude, and his main roster run's been abysmal too, but he's had some success, whatever. But again, he's the one who wanted to stay. If all these people are miserable, Finn Balor, he mentioned. Finn Balor, absolute fact, and no one can deny me on this, is a bigger star than Fergal Devitt. Fact or no fact? Dude, like he had an amazing New Japan run.
NXT alone would have had a bigger legacy than what he was doing before.
I just don't. Everything else he said, I'm not saying Ricochet's an idiot. Like, I wouldn't have gone that far for him to say that stuff about other people. Because I could see Finn Balor saying, yo, bro, what the fuck? Like, I actually like working here. Maybe he hasn't in the past. I don't know. But, like, he's decided to stay. That's his choice. Like, he's so unhappy. Or if he tarnished his legacy, guess what? Finn Balor's his fucking bank account probably doesn't give a shit. And you did. That's fine. I think that's great that Ricochet left. I'm happy he left. Because I think him and AEW has been very good. But I just thought that was a stupid thing to say. I just don't think it really makes sense.
Yeah, no, Lisa, I feel like him saying that's more taking a shot at them than the company themselves. He said they're tarnishing their legacy. They're the ones that decided to stay, not WWE's like, here's a contract. You want to sign it? Yeah, sure, okay. I feel like Finn Balor is a bad example. I feel like you said, I feel like he's had a great career. Like, I mean, obviously he was in New Japan, Bullet Club, all that stuff, but like, he was a big name, but like going to WWE made him a bigger name. Like people know him as Finn Balor. They don't refer to him as old. Like Ricochet, I feel like he was only going to be at a certain level. His mic skills and his charisma just were never there. He's a great wrestler, but like that doesn't really get you too far in WWE. You kind of need the whole package. Maybe they could have like used the manager to kind of help him out there. They never really did. He was the IC champion a few times. I think he was US champion a few times. Had some big Rumble spots, got crushed by Brock in fucking Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
But like, I don't know, like I feel like for what he was, I feel like they got the most out. Like they utilized him for like the best like there's plenty of other guys that like have no charisma and have no like mic skills, but like he was probably used the best out of anyone I can even think of. Like he did have some good reigns, could have been better, yes, but they didn't really they used him to what they thought his ceiling was.
No, exactly. I think he
like,
could have.
He was like on main event jobbing out. Like he was always on TV. Like even until up to him getting released or his contract expiring, he was on TV. Like I mean,
he was in main event a few times.
That's how he feels. But I feel like he's acting like he never won anything and just was jobbing out to everybody. Like he had like a decent career.
It was fine. I feel like it could have absolutely been better. And there were points where he was treated like an absolute jobber when he shouldn't have. And he's a special talent, but I don't know. I just think the tarnished legacies thing is a bit extreme in my opinion. Like if he says it kills people's passion, I'm not denying that. I don't work there, but I've also heard that from people who have, so that makes sense. But like when he uses other people's names, that's the point where I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like he said, same thing happens to Balor, Shinsuke, Apollo, and many others. WWE kills legacies in love of the sport. It's what they do best. Yeah, they killed AJ Styles' legacy, that's for sure.
So here's my thing is, he's saying it kills their passion. What really kills your passion is going to either company, making guaranteed money, regardless of what you do. You're making hand over fist way more money than you ever make on indies. When you have this passion to wrestle, realistically, once you make it big, it probably does kill your passion because guess what? Regardless if you're over or not, you're still making a shit ton of money. So it goes both ways. So you can't do like a trampoline triple backflip, so your passion for the business is killed? I mean, it's not like he's setting the world on fire in AEW. Like he's having a decent little run. I would say it's comparable to what he was doing in WWE. Obviously, he's with the Gates of Agony. I think he's got a made-up belt on him right now. But like, it's just like it's not like he's world champion. Like,
so he says WWE kills legacies in love of the sport. Let me ask you a question. Before he signed with WWE, he was Prince Puma in Lucha. He was in New Japan, but I know him as Prince Puma. He was amazing there. How many reports did we read years before they signed him? Prince Puma wants to go to WWE. He wants out of his Lucha contract. The WWE wants him. Like, we were hearing this for years. They finally get him. He loved NXT. He said that. He had nothing ill will to say about NXT. What the fuck did you expect when you signed with WWE in 2018? NXT is great. Do you not expect at some point to go to the main roster, at which point was run by Vincent Kennedy McMahon? He owns a television set. I mean, I'm sure, right? I mean, you have a TV, I have a TV. He owns a television. He was watching Raw at that point. The fuck did you expect when you got to the main roster? I'm not saying he knew he was going to be, like, underutilized, but you had to know there was a chance. They were burying everyone at that point, dude. Like,
I mean, at that point, I had it written down. I'm glad that when he got brought up in the main roster, that was also when Chad Gable's known as Shorty G. Yeah, I had that written down. That's also another great Vince McMahon creation.
Yeah.
Like you said, Vince was in charge. They weren't going to push unless you're fucking Rey Mysterio. You were not. And that took Rey took him like 4 years to finally get over the hump. And he was selling merch up the ass and was wicked over and all this other stuff. With Vince in charge, he was not going to get over. That just wasn't the case.
It just was not going to happen. I just don't really understand that notion. It's just like, and he also said, even he admitted, he signed a contract in 2019. That's a main roster contract. When he was done in NXT, he could have been like, okay, I'm just good for NXT. I'm good here. And AEW started at that point. He could have left and gone to AEW. You know who actually did that? Adam Cole. I mean, I know his career is obviously in the, he's not wrestling now. But he was in NXT for 4 years. He milked that system for all it was worth, had an excellent run there. And then he said, instead of being called up, his contract was up, and he's like, okay, I'm good, peace. And then he went to AEW, which I think is exactly what he should have done. If he went to the main roster when Vince was in charge, especially, he would have been so fucked. He would have been fired in Q4 budget cuts before the end of 2021. He made the best choice he could have possibly made. But no, Ricochet said, yeah, I enjoyed my time at NXT. Let's go to the main roster. Let's sign that, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 main roster deal. Let's give it a shot. That was your choice. Was he gun to head having to sign it? No, you made that risk, so you have no one else to blame but yourself. And they booked him abysmally. That's their fault. But he also is to blame for making that choice in the first place. And then don't bring up people whose also their choice is to stay.
Yeah, no, like you said, I assume his thought, which just isn't the case, his thought was saying those people was like saying the company dropped the ball on these people. But like you said, at the end of the day, it's basically saying like you guys are content with being booked like shit.
Yeah.
And you wasted your careers by staying with WWE, trying to get back, trying to say like WWE kills careers, but then basically saying that you guys were content with your legacy being tarnished for staying there.
Yeah, it's just a dumb thing to say. I know what he was trying to say, but it came out really wrong, and it just sounds stupid. And I also don't really think he needs to respond to every little person on this. He's been responding to all these people on Twitter that aren't even tagging him, which is also kind of weird. It's like, dude, just give it a rest. Log out for the day. This is not that important. The people that are saying some of this shit are like super anti-AEW, and they're going to say some dumb shit. But the points that we're making here, I don't really think are all that egregious. But then also the last thing he said, he goes, I'd argue El Generico has a better legacy than Sami Zayn. You need to log off. Change your password and log off. Like
that's just asinine.
Sami Zayn, who main evented WrestleMania and has had a lot of success and is incredibly far more over than you ever were in that company. May not be able to do a triple backflip, but Sami Zayn is one of the greatest wrestlers of this generation. Not that Ricochet's not an amazing high flyer. He is. But Ricochet was never main eventing Mania. Sami Zayn did. He hasn't been a world champion.
That's like saying Bryan Danielson tarnished his legacy or is more over than Daniel Bryan was. Like
that could be true. That could be true. That could be true.
Don't think so.
But Bryan Danielson had an amazing indie run, and his AEW stuff was also amazing. So I could see that point. El Generico was a tag team guy, bro, in Ring of Honor. Come on, that's ridiculous. In PWG, his stuff in PWG is better than anything he did on the main roster. Didn't you know that? For Sami Zayn?
I mean, I feel like if you said Kevin Steen, okay, maybe even that I think would be a better.
Yeah, even that would be better than
El Generico and Sami Zayn. Well, at least Kevin Steen was like Ring of Honor champion. Like,
no, I agree. I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and like Owens had a great career in WWE, but I feel like Zayn's had more success.
No, I completely agree. It's silly thing to say, folks. A silly thing to say. All right, we'll wrap up here in a couple minutes. Let me just go through the chat real quick, see what you guys are saying. Why haven't they gone away from monster squashing? Why have they gone away from monster squashing local enhancement talent? They'll get in the mood where they do it once in a while, and then they get bored of it and they stop doing it. Why sign Santos back to WWE if they're not going to use him? Great question. Again, they wanted to keep him from AEW probably, or joining the Don Callis family. He is in AAA. Same thing with Santos, though. If he was so unhappy and he wanted creative assurances, then why is he not on TV? He re-signed. I have no sympathy. I mean, the guy signed. If he's making money, good for him. If he has a job, awesome. But if he's unhappy, I don't really give a shit because he could have left when he had the choice 4 months ago and he didn't. Whatever. Let's see. Maybe he wasn't given the opportunity. He seemingly has an AEW, but still saying El Generico over Sami Zayn and what he said about Balor is wild work. I completely agree. Let's see. Jet legend Sam Darnold. Jet legend, yeah. No, he had an incredible. He also tarnished his legacy, like RJ said earlier. On the Jets. Daniel said, "Watch your mouth about the Jets." Well, the Jets suck. So I mean, I'm sorry, Daniel.
I was just saying. I mean,
they're just terrible.
They're like literally one of the worst franchises in sports.
Thoughts on the way James Harden demands a trade to another team every year? I mean, I saw he got traded.
Yeah, I got traded to the Cavs. I mean, I don't know. He's just, yeah. The NBA is like obsessed with like good, like they're obsessed with like players that were good like 10 years ago, and like they're still like holding on to it. Like I get like he's a superstar, but if I was the Cavs, I would have just kept Darius Garland. I don't know. Maybe they think he's gonna keep being hurt, but he's younger. I think I get like the Harden thing, but I don't know. I just think they're just obsessed with the old big names. Like it's like I love LeBron. LeBron's great. The fact that 41 years old, he's making $55 million a year is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He's not even close to the player he used to be. He's making that much money is bananas.
Yeah. No, it's just I saw that I know LeBron, but I saw the James Harden thing. I'm thinking, why? I mean, the guy's older now, and I kind of had to be enlightened.
He also he's like the definition of a guy that's just like a stat pumper, but he's never won a thing. Like, yeah, he has great stats. He's never won a championship, and he probably never will. Yeah,
my buddy Zach, who I talked to yesterday, said the guy that they traded for Harden was like a homegrown player on the Cavs, and he was really good, and he was following his career, and then they just traded him. It's like you're kind of throwing away your future.
They get giddy though, like Harden. Because now first takes and be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Now they have Harden and Donovan Mitchell. Watch out, East. The Cavs are going crazy. And then when they get knocked out in fucking 5 months, I'll have it written down here when the Cavs lose to the fucking Celtics and the Knicks and get swept. I'll be like, what happened to that great backcourt?
Watch out, East.
I have it written down. Watch out, East. Fucking Mitchell and Harden. Dumb.
I can't end on a better note than that. I appreciate all the comments, guys. A lot of activity in the chat. I apologize. We can't get to everything today. I do got to get going, but I'll get to it next week. Tune in next Thursday for more Watch Out East talk here on WrestleRant Radio.
We'll have weekly Cavalier talk about Watch Out the East. The fucking Cavs are coming because Harden's on the Cavs.
Yeah, the Cavaliers are coming. The Cavaliers are coming.
Literally, you might as well trademark it now before fucking ESPN beats you.
Hey, First Take's gonna have that. They're gonna have that hot. It's worth it for the First Take reaction. That's all. It's for that little viral moment. For the moment. It's all about the moments, like TKO, right? New episodes every Thursday. WrestleRantRadio.com, WrestleRant.com, and right here on YouTube on all major podcast platforms. Once again, I want to shout out the channel members. Alexis, Ms. Matthews, Dalton Giacomo, Mrs. Renee, Daniel Malcolm at I'm Quarter on X, DJ Swerve1 at Swerve1 on IG, Mr. Marceau himself at RJ_Marceau on X, John Retland Real Honesty with John Retland on YouTube, Richie Red Planet Wrestling on YouTube, Average Grunt at gruntwrestling.bluesky.social on Blue Sky. Be sure to like the video on your way out, guys. If you haven't already, subscribe as well. Again, thank you so much for all the comments and activity. Really busy episode here today. Tune back in next week. I'll get to more of the comments and whatnot. But until next time, enjoy the Super Bowl this weekend.
Wrestling fans.
We will have thoughts on it next week here on the show. And you'll get my first take to the Seahawks avenging the loss and finishing the story from last year's.
Whoa!
Yeah, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Finishing the
Pats
story.
Are going to put them over?
Pats are going to put them over. Hey, they have to. After all the Bill Belichick talk and Robert Kraft, the only way they get into the Hall of Fame is if the Seahawks go over the Pats, pass the torch to the Seahawks, the Pats the torch to the Seahawks, and we get new Super Bowl champions this weekend. So I'll look forward to it. Until then, guys, pressed the wrong button by accident. Until next time, guys, for Mr. Marceau, I'm Graham GSM Matthews. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll catch your ass down the road. Peace.
Join Graham GSM Matthews and RJ Marceau every Thursday as they run down their weekly wrestling rants, offer expert analysis, host exclusive interviews, and more. Subscribe today on all your favorite podcast platforms and never miss an episode of WrestleRant Radio.